I was always having the best skin color according to Russian people. Sometimes I even did darker makeup without realizing it. I remember how people used to say, তুমি তো অনেক সাদা মেকআপ ছাড়া তুমি মেকআপ এরকম করো কেন? আমি একবার 3/4 পরেছিলাম, so one person commented like, তোমার পা এত সাদা, তুমি কেন মেকআপ নাও? I'm just like, I don't know, I just do the makeup. I don't even realize that it's darker or this might be a problem. And every time I was like, do the lighter makeup, do the lighter makeup, do the way you are, or do even lighter than you are.
Hi everyone, I'm Chowdhury and welcome to the Unfiltered Face podcast by Truce Beauty, where we're going to be discussing a lot of things like skin struggles, unrealistic beauty standards faced in the country by women, and we're going to be getting into a lot of interviews with diverse women from established industries. And with me, I have my beautiful co-host Samira Quasem, who is the founder of Truce Beauty.
Thank you, Troyee. So I started Truce Beauty 2 years ago with the goal of creating really high quality, functional products that don't work to lighten or whiten your skin, but really work to heal, protect, and nourish your skin. And the idea behind this is when you start taking care of yourself, that's when you find the glow that everybody's chasing, the glow that you're chasing. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you enjoy.
With that in mind, we have a very exciting guest here today. We have Ridy Sheikh, who is a established dancer, choreographer, an entrepreneur, and a fashion designer. Ridy, it's so amazing to have you here. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for this introduction, and I'd love to be here and discuss with you all the topics that you've selected.
Thank you so much.
And we have a special guest with Ridy. We haven't allowed anybody,
Ridy so much. We wanted to interfere with the interview, but it's okay.
Congratulations on all of your recent collaborations. I've been seeing a lot of really cool stuff on Instagram. You make every project so fun, and I think you bring like such a great energy to everything you do. What's been the most exciting thing you've worked on recently?
Thank you so much. First of all, there is a lot of struggle behind the scene that maybe people don't see. But I always try to make it look fun because it's actually fun, because I enjoy what I'm doing. But I think during the 6 months, my biggest focus is my dance studio and my groups for kids. I think
we have some questions about that coming up.
Okay. So I think this is my biggest focus, and this is the most rewarding project, if I can call it a project, that I'm having at the moment in my life.
Yeah. Okay. So like kind of connected to what you were saying that, you know, like behind the scenes, it doesn't always feel that great, but you always have like a smile on your face. So can you tell us A, why that's important, and B, how do you do that? Because like, you know, my face sometimes is like this. Like at the end of the day, like I'm just, how do you do it?
I would give credits to my mom. So what she always used to do since I was a kid, she's like, you get up, you go to the mirror, and you have to smile even if you have a bad mood. And এখন তো আমার, I don't know, একটু প্যারা লাগে when I'm just like very stressed, but আমাকে আম্মু বলে, যাও একটা হাসি দাও। হাসি মুখে সবকিছু করবা. And because like you might have a lot of issues in your life, a lot of struggle with your work, with the projects that you're doing. But if you just do everything with smile, it sometimes somehow automatically becomes better, bigger, and problems are solved. And also audience don't need that negativity. I think one of the reasons why audience likes me is like I don't throw the negativity on them. Like there is already a lot of things like daily news, daily work, daily lifestyle that brings a lot of negativity. So when you go on internet and you watch your favorite influencers, artists, or someone that you follow, it's an escape. And I do divide very strictly my personal life and my professional life, and I make sure that
you're allowed to be sad sometimes.
I'm allowed to be sad, but I try to keep this for my family and my friends, not for everyone. For everyone else. But I love to share some struggle moments, stories, so that people can get inspired. But that's a different
that's a different set of problems. Yeah. So, you're very well known for promoting our Bangladeshi culture globally. Like, you're known for kind of promoting that in Russia, in Europe. So, how does it feel to represent your country and its culture, across international media?
So I think for now it's no more a secret that I was born and raised in Moscow. So my entire life was in a different country with a different setup, with different, with a different culture. The South Asian community was really small. It's not like in UK or US or Canada. It's completely different.
Moscow?
Yeah. It's very, very small. It was very hard for me to learn Bangla, and that's why I'm not fully fluent in Bangla. But my mom did a very smart move. She's like, okay, let's do it through arts. Let's do it through music, to dance. I was sent to music school, which I hated first 2 years of my life, like in music school. But then I finished the music school. I was in music school for 8 years. And and I was playing piano, and that helped me to learn how to play harmonium. So Rabindra Sangeet and all those things, that was compulsory for me to learn. And even
in context to that, so I heard that you started dancing at the age of 5. Is that when you started practicing all these?
Yeah, so it happened very spontaneously. My mom wanted me, my dad also, they wanted me to focus on music, and dance was like extracurriculum activity. একটু folk dance করো, so তুমি folk শাড়ি পরে folk কিছু steps করবা, classical dance করো. That's how it started. I got up on stage when auntie was singing, like our family friend, and I started dancing. And from that moment, it just started and it never ended. It was very interesting experience to learn about your heritage through arts. And this is what brought me to Bangladesh. I always wanted to do something in this subcontinent. What used to happen, I go on TV or I go to any competition, and it's my to-go phrase. I was born and raised in Moscow, but my parents are from Bangladesh. It's just like second line. My name is Ridy, and second line is this.
So what's your proudest moment so far, let's say in terms of your dance journey, like the proudest moment?
I think the biggest reward is when I go to a dance studio when I'm teaching a class, and some girl of 5, 6 years old comes to me and saying like, I want to be like you when I grow up.
That is amazing.
I think this is the proudest moment that I had. So yeah.
Since you were born and raised in Moscow, so once you came to Bangladesh, did you actually notice any of the different way people were reviewing complexion and skin? Because I know that you do a lot of photo shoots as well.
And we are talking about Truce, which is a skincare brand. So
and you have a lot of brand deals, and you have to do photo shoots. Have you seen the way they treat differently?
So I came to Bangladesh for Sheranachi. It's a reality dance show. So I came with the knowledge that I had from Europe, from Russia, from other projects. So I came and I was pretty natural. I did a fusion, so I needed to show it through my clothes. But my makeup was super simple, chul amar ma kore diyeche and everything. And then I come and I see how everyone is like the makeup, the amount of makeup. And layers to durer kotha. That was in 2016. That was the prime time of pancakes.
2016 was, in professional setups, they were still using pancakes.
So how did that make you feel? Like, the first time someone put that on your face, how did you feel?
I didn't put it.
Oh, you never did it.
I saw, at that moment, I saw the girls putting that, and I saw the layers of the makeup, and there was a huge difference between them and me when I got on stage. And I think this is also another thing that actually attracted attention towards me. And pore producers, they were like, I think this is the best thing that we have seen, like how beautiful you are naturally, and how like you focused on your skills and your talents. And I think that was a wind of change that came from me, to be honest. So here is the twist. I was always having the best skin color according to Russian people. They always like adore it. Like, we want to have this chocolate, shade and
কিন্তু
everything.
ওইখানে তো ওরা কোনো sun পায় না, so they're like, this is a test.
So I even have Russian, like native Russian friends who are darker than me because they
Yeah.
tan regularly.
Yeah.
So
Which is
beauty-
Portugal,
Yeah.
they just sit in the sun for hours and hours and hours,
Yeah,
and they actually can get darker than you.
Yes.
The sun does that.
Because they have different beauty standards. And according to those beauty standards, I was perfect. And
Yeah.
actually, sometimes I even did darker makeup without realizing it.
And I think the takeaway message there is that you weren't in this toxic culture. So I think you were able to sidestep a lot of the confidence issues that girls have these days.
Yes, but when I came to Bangladesh, I used to do the same makeup that I used to do in Moscow, right? And as I told you, I unintentionally to do it into shade darker or contouring. Mainly contouring, and I'm still bad with contouring. But anyways, so contouring করতে গেলে আমার পুরো মুখটা একটু dark হয়ে যেত. So I remember how people used to say, তুমি তো অনেক সাদা মেকআপ ছাড়া, তুমি মেকআপ এরকম করো কেন? Or আমি একবার 3/4 পরেছিলাম, so one person commented like, তোমার পা এত সাদা, তুমি কেন মেকআপ নাও? I'm just like, I don't know, I just do the makeup. I don't even realize that it's darker or this might be a problem. And every time I was like, do the lighter makeup, do the way you are, or do even lighter than you are. And then maybe unintentionally my makeup choices has changed.
We're talking a lot about your studio, and I think it's really cool. I see it on social media, and I keep thinking whenever I see it is, you must be like, those girls are not just coming up to you and saying, oh, I want to be you when I grow up. But I think even in the couple of months or the years that you're training them, their confidence levels like must go up, because when you're a little girl, there's nothing worse than like the way that you feel about yourself. Maybe like, people, they might be bullied at school. Their family might be saying stuff to them. Strangers might be saying stuff to them, whether it be about their weight or about their color, or I don't know, maybe the way that their face looks. Like, I think kids are brown girls are so bullied. And I think your studio is such a safe place. Can you explain maybe like how dance can build confidence in these girls?
So dance can make shine an introverted person. And I think I'm the biggest example, because I'm a very introverted person. But whenever I go on stage, my personality just changes, and I feel so much confident because of the love that I get from the audience. And same happens with my kids, in a sense that when I give them dance, they're not confident doing first few steps. So আমি gradually একটা environment তৈরি করি যে we will do only 2 steps until we don't polish it. Then you feel confident, then you go to the next stage.
And you also do this for adults, right?
Yes, for adults too. Here's the problem. বাচ্চারা ওদের কোনো চান্স নাই to miss the classes. বড়দের এখনো এই কালচারটা আসে না. So that's the challenge that I'm facing in Bangladesh. There is no culture when it comes to dance education. People think that it's more like fitness, একটু নাচানাচি করলাম. But when it comes to kids, they don't have choice. Parents runway, right? But with adults, the challenge is like to explain them that it's a persistent, like constant practice. Otherwise, তুমি 2 দিন করলে, তারপর 2 সপ্তাহ তুমি বিয়ে খাইলে, তারপর আবার আসলে, it doesn't work like that.
So Ridy, like basically in our line of work, you're in media heavily. So do you think there's a certain stereotype to the beauty standards? Because do you see it firsthand? And also, more importantly, do you feel like it's your duty to kind of stand up for these stereotypes regarding skin complexions and standards in the media industry?
So I get this comment a lot. Recently, I started getting it. এই মেয়েটা অনেক কালো ছিল, সাদা হয়ে গেল কেমনে? First of all, I hate when people say that কালো and সাদা, because we are brown. We are not white and black. I think this is something that people also need to understand. The way they use word kalo is already an insult. That's how I feel. If I talk about my choices that I do, I actually had to refuse to work with one brand, which is quite famous. Naam bola jabe na. Yeah, but it was like, in the name of the brand, it was about fair skin and everything. So I'm just like, I'm not going to do this. I don't think that
That's
it's
a good
right.
stand. Yay, go Ridy.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you never know when sometimes when we're in the heat of the moment, we say, okay, I just want this deal. I just want this. But then I think later, it starts to haunt you.
She's also a role model, right?
Yeah.
To so many young girls. So it's very important to set those standards.
Deals will come and go, but the legacy that you leave will be there always.
Okay. So I think in Bangladesh, there are certain myths and stigmas about dancers. And I think this goes way back to, our old traditions and cultures. How have you kind of broken out of this stereotype? And did you have any difficulties?
I did, and I still face those difficulties because I think in Bangladesh, a lot of people don't see that dance can be a serious career and it can be a career that brings you money. People like me, successful media personalities or artists can break that stereotype by being the example of successful professionals because, I don't like to, compliment myself, but I don't see other female of my age who is like pushing to be a dancer.
I will compliment you. I will tell you why I think you are successful. I think the reason why you're successful is because you understand how the industry works and how it's not just about being a good dancer, but it's really about getting your craft out there and then also getting compensated and appreciated for that.
I'm just going to list how hard it is, not because look at me, but I'm just going to tell you, I'm a dancer. I'm a choreographer who choreograph for myself, for people around me, for other artists. I'm also a social media influencer and content creator, and all my contents are about dance. And as a dancer, we also need to know how to design the costumes. Here, how I gradually become a fashion designer. Yeah, because we also need to make costumes for every performance. We also need to know editing. We also need to know music editing, video music editing, light setup on stage, how to manage people. Because a lot of dancers, they also give up on half of the way, or they're like, I don't want to do this project. So I am constantly doing that everywhere.
Your dance management.
Yes, I have to do it because otherwise I won't survive.
Yeah.
So people just might take it lightly, like you can be a dancer just making a TikTok video, maybe for time being, but to be there, for a long run, you have to be perseverance should be there.
I'm sure you get a lot of love and support, really online from your followers, but I'm sure you also get some hateful, some annoying, hurtful comments as well. So, what do you do when you come across those, and how do you not let it affect your confidence at the end of the day, show up in front of a camera and still perform, project yourself well? How do you do that?
What happens to me, I always try to reply politely and with respect, even if it's disrespect.
Do you address comments online?
Yes, a lot.
Okay.
I think I'm even known for that a little bit. So,
really.
And why is that? You just kill them with kindness?
Yes.
And have you had one of those days where, you've read some comments online and, they were not the nicest and you had to perform, and did it affect you when you went in front of the camera? Has that ever happened? I want to show you.
Yes, and I think this is one of secrets of my success too. I'm just you might not believe in me, you might think I'm this or that, but I will prove you wrong.
I think a lot of the times we tend to focus on our flaws, what we're not good at, but really, what should we be focusing on, Ridy?
We should be focusing on people who support us. Sometimes we think that we don't have that support around us, but we do. Mm-hmm. Just think twice and you will find your friends, family.
I think that's the number one health tip in the world.
Yes.
Healthy eating, whatever, healthy skincare, whatever. Forget all of that. The healthiest thing you can do is surround yourself by good people.
And just love what you do. Do what you love.
Awesome. Thank you, Ridy.
A better way to end this interview on this note. Thank you so much, Ridy, for giving us this amazing time. So before you go, we have a crazy, spicy, well, not that spicy, just like a rapid fire round for you. Are you ready? You have 10
Yeah.
seconds to answer. T-shirt or sari?
Shari.
Nice. One misconception about dancing.
That you might be too old to start.
Ah, that's a good one. Recorded dance or live performance?
Live performance.
Okay. Bare face or glam look?
You can say
You can say both. Mix of both. That's an option too.
Clean girl look.
clean makeup.
Clean
Yeah.
makeup. Okay. One makeup item and one skincare item that's always in your bag.
Skincare will be sunscreen spray. So recently I've started
Sunscreen spray.
Yeah.
Okay.
because I do makeup and I need something to reapply.
Yeah.
And makeup would be lip gloss.
Lip gloss.
That's fun.
All-time favorite song to dance.
Oh wow.
It's a lot of pressure for it's like
For a dancer,
yeah.
maybe Bondure.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Lastly, any advice you want to give to those on how to make it in the industry, like you are?
I would give a general advice, and it's regarding any industry that you work in. Perseverance, hard work, and good intentions. That will
Good intentions is super important.
Yeah, and that will bring all the success and love in the world to you.
Okay, Ridy, thank you so much for joining us. We had a great time talking to you. Okay, guys, until next time, thank you and stay tuned for the next episode.